A question that I get a lot is, why are my credit scores different when you pull them versus what I'm seeing on Credit Karma? It leads a lot of people to believe that Credit Karma scores are not accurate. That's because most people believe that you only have one credit score, when in reality, you have dozens, and each one of them are going to be used for different reasons. The Vantage score is the scoring model used by Credit Karma or Credit Sesame, and it was created by the bureaus mainly to educate you about your overall credit health. What we're going to pull when you apply for a mortgage is your official mortgage credit score. And that's FICO 2, 4, and 5. There are some differences. Different things are going to be weighted more heavily on a mortgage score versus a Vantage score. One example is how you paid a previous mortgage loan. It's going to be weighted more heavily for a mortgage score than it will be for a Vantage score. The other thing is, Vantage scores are going to be looking more closely at recent credit, whereas mortgage scores are going to be looking at the overall credit history. So we look back a little bit further on a mortgage loan than you would for a Vantage score. One example that I've recently discovered is that when you pay off a collection, once it's paid off, it stops affecting your Vantage score, but it's still going to affect your mortgage score as long as it's showing up on there, even as a paid collection. And when you think about the differences, say, for example, between a car note versus a mortgage payment, the lender for the car note is lending you a smaller amount of money for a shorter period of time. So a Vantage score works well in that case. Whereas a mortgage loan is going to be a larger amount of money for a 30-year period. The FICO 2, 4, and 5 that we use is the official mortgage score, and it's the one that's required by our investors because it does the best job of properly assessing your risk as to how likely you're going to be to pay your mortgage on time for 30 years. So what happens if your credit score is lower than you expected it to be and you don't qualify for the program that you want to qualify for? Well, we just might need to adjust our timing a little bit, pay some things down, pay some things off to get you mortgage ready. I've done a video about some tips and tricks to get your credit score increased, and I will link that below. And then, of course, if you have any questions about anything mortgage related, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help.